Good evening, everyone. Tonight we are going to start our playthrough of the Rise of Red Skull campaign. I'm going to be using Scott Lang, the Ant-Man. Now, I have not played this yet at all. So I've played the campaign once with Doctor Strange, and I loved it. Love playing Doctor Strange all the time, though. So this is my first time playing Ant-Man, and especially for this whole campaign, we'll definitely be amending his deck as we go. We're going to be using his standard deck, the pre-configured one that he comes with, to get started. And then through different scenarios throughout the campaign, we are going to amend that deck as needed. See whatever holes I can fill based on gameplay, basically. So, where should we start? Well, we're starting with scenario 1, and it's going to be Crossbones. It starts with the scenario Attack on Mount Athena. Create the experimental weapons deck and set it next to the main scheme deck. See rulebook page 5. I've already done that for you. There it is. Crossbones is leading an army of Hydra soldiers in a direct assault on Project Pegasus facility in the Adirondack Mountains. When revealed, reveal the top card of the experimental weapons deck. So we'll do that. It is Exosuit. Attached to villain. Spend a Might, Genius, and I can't never remember the other one. Might, Genius, and Energy resource. Discard this card. Okay, so basically it's going to give him +1 scheme and +1 attack until I make him discard that. We get to start with a hand size of 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we're going to see if we want to mulligan any of this. So like I said, this is for the campaign, so we're going to make decisions that will affect the rest of the game. Those decisions will mostly be win or lose. It's not like it has branching things like a BioWare game or something, but it does have extra cards and stuff you gain or lose based on how your game goes. So let's see who we're going to drop for this turn. So we have Call for Aid, discard cards from the top of your deck until you discard an Avenger ally, then add that ally to your hand. That's pretty useful. Risk Gauntlets, if you are Giant form, exhaust Risk Gauntlets and spend 2 punch resources, might resources, stun an enemy. Okay. If I'm tiny, you do the same thing but to confuse an enemy. That's very useful. After of Ants, if you are tiny here, exhaust Army of Ants, deal 1 damage to an enemy. Okay. Moxie, after you change form, your hero gets +1 thwart, plus attack, and +1 defense until the end of the round. Call for Aid again and resize. I don't think I want to get rid of any of these. I think we're just going to try it out, see what happens. Like I said, I haven't played this deck yet, so we're going to see how it goes. We don't have any threat to deal with or anything like that. Maybe we could just get rid of Exosuit. We don't have the right resources to do that. So that's not going to happen. But we could start putting out some things. So we'll spend Call for Aid to get Army of Ants out here. And then we're going to switch to, we're going to switch to Giant form. After you change to this form, deal 1 damage to an enemy. So that's going to be 1 damage to Crossbones right away. That's it. That's 1. Then we're going to use Risk Gauntlets. To do that, we will spend Moxie here. We'll use Risk Gauntlets. Is that what I want to do? Yes, it is. So if you're in Giant Hero form, exhaust Risk Gauntlets and spend 2 Might resources to stun an enemy. So we will spend these 2 to stun Crossbones. So he can't do anything this turn. So that actually worked out pretty well. I'm okay with that. Let's go ahead and get our next hand ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a tiny hand size, Ant-Man. Alright, so 1 threat's going to go on the main scheme. He goes to attack, but he's stunned, so he just loses that. And then we have an event card. And that is Hard as Nails. When revealed, give the villain a tough status card. If you cannot, heal 3 damage from it instead. Alright, here's a tough status card. Enjoy. Okay. Reinforced Exosuit, that's new, attached to an ally, max 1 per ally. He gets +2 hit points. I don't have any allies right now, though. Attached to an Avenger ally. Nope, no allies. I have Ant-Man here I could get, though. Ant-Man gets +1 hit point for each PIM counter on him. When Ant-Man enters play, place 1 PIM counter on him to a maximum of 4 for each resource you overpaid for Ant-Man's cost. Ah, okay. That's interesting. Deal 1 damage to an enemy. Yes, we're going to spend 2 reinforced suits to get Ant-Man out here. So when Ant-Man enters play, place 1 PIM counter on him to a maximum of 4 for each resource you overpaid for Ant-Man's cost. So he's going to get 2 counters. He gets plus 1 hit point for each counter on there. Very well. And then we're going to switch, I think, to tiny form. Yeah, we're going to switch to tiny form. After you change to this form, remove 1 threat from a scheme. So there's that. We can exhaust Army of Ants to do 1 damage to Crossbones, but that's just going to get rid of his tough status card. And we will go ahead. We're not going to do anything with Ant-Man just yet. He's going to stay there, but we will draw our new hand size of 5. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So that's going to be 1 more threat on the main scheme. Now he's going to attack. We have 2 defense, so maybe it would be worth it to defend with him. Let me see what I got. It's 2 attack while he has 3 more. 8 hit points. Okay. Okay. So we are going to. He's got an attack of what? 1, 2. Plus the boost card. We're just going to take the attack. We won't defend. So 1, 2, 3 damage, bringing me down to 9 health. And then we have to do the event card. And that is Raid the Armory. Insight 1, so when this card is revealed, place 1 threat in the main scheme. Okay. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a weapon attachment is discarded. Reveal that card. Alright, a weapon attachment we're looking for. Nothing quite yet. Full auto, it's Treachery. Attachment. There we go. Hydra Sidearm. Attached to villain. When the attached villain attacks, that attack gains ranged. Okay. So now he has ranged attacks. Very well. Now, how do we want to deal with this? We will... Ah, man. Okay. We're going to spend these 3 to get Wasp out here. When she enters play, I get to, if I'm in tiny form, I get to remove 2 threat from a scheme. So that's over. Then we are going to switch... maybe we won't. Maybe we won't switch at all. We will do 2 attack with her. That's going to be 1. That's going to be 2 damage to Crossbones. Bring him down to 9 health. Then Ant-Man here. What do I want to do with him? I want him to attack, I think. Yeah, I think we'll just have him attack. He's going to lose one of his counters, unfortunately. Wait, no, he still gets that. He just takes the damage. What am I talking about? So that's going to be 2 more damage, bringing him down to 7. Alright, and then I still have Ant-Man himself, who I think we're going to switch to Giant Man. Or Ant-Man, but, you know, large. Large man. And then with that, after you change to this form, deal 1 damage to an enemy. So that's going to be 1 more damage. And then I'm just going to attack with him for 3 damage, bringing him down to 3 health. I like Ant-Man so far. This is going very well. I say that now, knowing things go very sideways very quickly. But hopefully we do avoid that. Did we use Army of Ants last turn? Did I forget about that while I was down? I don't remember. So we're just going to say I didn't. Let's find out. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the bad side about going to giant form. You only get 4 cards. I got to keep remembering that. One threat goes on the main scheme. He's going to attack. Now he's got an attack of 1, 2, 3. Okay. I think we're just gonna. We think we are gonna defend this time. That's 3 attack, plus this boost card of 2, so we do only take 2 damage, since I defended for 3. So that's good. And then we have an event card. Gang up. The villain and each minion engaged with you attacks. Too bad we can't defend this time. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4 more damage. Bring me down to 3 health. That's not pretty. Okay, so how can we take care of this? Okay. We are going to attack with Wasp. That's going to be 1 more damage there. Doing 2 damage to Crossbones. Then we're going to do... How can I do this? Don't have the resources to do that. Can only do that if I'm in tiny form. I guess I have to use Ant-Man for this. So he's going to use his last bit of life, last bit of HP to take out Crossbones, getting us to the next stage where he has 14 health. And when Crossbones has a weapon attachment, his attack gains piercing. When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a Crossbones machine gun and attach it to the Crossbones. Shuffle the encounter deck. So, I don't think we've seen Crossbones machine gun just yet. But maybe... Nope, we gotta shuffle it up. Okay. Crossbones machine gun, that's what we're looking for. It's another weapon, unfortunately. There it is. Attached to Crossbone, uses 2 times the number of players' ammo, so that's 2 right here. When Crossbones attacks you, remove 1 ammo counter from this card and discard the top card of your encounter deck. Taking direct damage equal to the number of boost icons. Okay. How else do we want to do this? Okay, we're going to use our 2 Genius and 1 from Giant Strength to do Giant Stomp. And that does deal 1 damage to each minion and 8 damage to an enemy. So we're going to take him from 14 health all the way down to 6 health. That's a good turn. Then I think I'm just going to switch to the Scott form because I don't have much in the way of other moves I can make. Actually, you know what? Maybe instead of the Scott form, we should switch to the tiny form. We will. We're gonna switch to the tiny form. When we do that, after you change to this form, remove 1 threat from a scheme, so that's good. Then we're gonna use Army of Ants to do 1 more damage to Crossbones. We're gonna hope this works. All right, we get to draw up to 5 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This game's gonna go very quick, it seems. All right, so 1 threat goes on the main scheme. Let's ready everything up also. Then Crossbones is going to attack. We're gonna have Wasp defend though. And that attack is going to be 2, 3, 4 plus this boost card. 5. That's enough to take out Wasp, obviously. But then we have Crossbones Machine Gun to deal with. When Crossbones attacks you, remove one ammo counter from this card and discard the top card of the encounter deck. Take indirect damage equal to the number of boost icons. Please be less than 3. It's 2. Brings me down to 1 health. 1 health. Okay. We can do this, right? Last encounter card. Please don't be an attack. Alright. Cornered Staff. Hydra is rounding up Pegasus' staff to hold as hostages. When revealed, discard 1 times number of players from the top of the encounter deck. Place 1 additional threat here for each boost icon on cards discarded this way. So it starts with 3. And you have to discard a card and add that many boosts to it. And that's going to be 0. Okay. That's fine. It is my turn. We are going to start with Army of Ants, bringing him down to 4 health. Just to end that as soon as possible. Let's see, can we end this? Interesting. I don't know if there is a way for me to take care of this. If I switch to giant form, I mean, that'll work. But I won't survive the round most likely. So, if I go to giant form, I can bring him down to 3 health, and then I could stun him, I think. I could. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to spend 1, 2, 3 to get Ronan out here. Ronan gets +1 Thor and +1 attack while an upgrade is attached to him. I don't have any upgrades for Ronan right now. He's going to do his attack of 2, though. Taking Crossbones down to 2. Then, I mean, yeah, we're done. We can switch to giant form and do an attack of 3, which definitely beats his attack is HP of 2. Okay. Really liked Ant-Man. Really liked Ant-Man. And this went very quick. I think this was 20 minutes long. Yeah, that's not bad at all. What I'm going to do now is, well, first we're going to take care of our campaign sheet. So let's do that. Let's just see what I have to do. Each player chooses one of the tech upgrade cards from Hydra campaign set and adds it to their deck. So let's see our tech upgrades here. Gotta open my box. Tech upgrades are back here somewhere. I swear I've got them. They're just lying around. Alright, here are our tech upgrades. We have... Maybe I should switch out to this camera. We've got Tactical Scanner. Discard the top card and remove it from the campaign log. Draw 5 cards. Okay, draw 5 cards. So I can discard this card and remove it from the campaign log to draw 5 cards. Tactical Scanner is probably going to win, but let's see what else we got. Discard this card, remove from the campaign log, ready your hero, and deal 5 damage and heal 5 damage from them. That's also very helpful. Search your deck and discard pile for an ally, put it into play, and give it a tough status card. Also very helpful since we're playing leadership. Discard this card and remove it from the campaign. Deal 5 damage to a villain. Each enemy engaged with you. Okay, that's a lot. This is... Are those tech upgrades? Yes. Okay. I think so. Is there a way of telling? Oh no, tech's right there. That's a condition. That's not it. So it's just these first ones. I'm going to go Tactical Scanner, which is discard this card and remove it from campaign log. Draw 5 cards. We're going to take that one. So let's go ahead and put that in our tech upgrade here. We went with Tactical Scanner. All right. Get over there. Nice and centered. No, get nice. Nice. Thank you, Excel. Okay. What are you doing? Just Flashville, sure. Don't you love it? Okay. Anyway. there's that. You get to enjoy that. Okay, so we've done that. Now that we've figured out which tech upgrade we want, record the name of the experimental attachment that entered the game in the campaign log. Each experimental attachment. So the experimental attachments were, gotta get them out. They are Hydra Sidearm, and Exosuit. Where'd it go? I just typed it. That's interesting. Where's it going? I swear it's there. Oh, I know. Wrap text. That'll fix it. Alright, Hydra Sidearm and Exosuit it is. So we've noted that. Our campaign, technically the mission 1 is over. But what we're going to do is we're going to get our stuff all picked up here, and we're going to make a attempt at Scenario 2. Scenario 1 went very smoothly, and I'm hoping that Scenario 2 goes the same way. So if you just hold on a few minutes, I'm going to clean everything up, get Scenario 2 set up, maybe change out a few cards in my deck. Probably not a lot of them, but then we'll get right down to it. I'll be right back. Alright, we are back, and I set it up. I removed 10 cards from the Ant-Man deck and replaced them with some of my more go-to favorites for leadership decks. So hopefully they work out for us. Additionally, I noticed that I had put in the Hydra sidearm as one of the experimental weapons in Scenario 1, and that is not the case. So I removed it, so it's just Exosuit. And Exosuit is, of course, shuffled into the main deck. So far so good. I'm just shuffling everything up. We're getting ready. I got Absorbing Man ready. And we've already got Scenario 1 down. We're going to finish Scenario 2 tonight, hopefully. Like I said, if I fail, I'll just try it again real quick. Just hoping to keep this at about an hour. And it only took 20 minutes to beat Scenario 1, so we are flying through it. So we have Tactical Scanner in play. And basically how it works is it stays out. It starts in play, so it'll stay in play. And to use it, I have to discard this card and remove it from the campaign log. Draw 5 cards. So I get to discard it, draw 5 cards, but then it leaves my deck. It is not part of my deck anymore. I just drew 6 cards, but I didn't actually do the campaign setup stuff first. So we have Absorbing Man. Absorbing Man gains the traits of each environment in play. And then we have None Shall Pass. Discard cards from the encounter deck until an environment is discarded. Put that card into play and shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. So we have to get an environment in play. It is not that one. Treachery. Hydra. Obligation. Treachery. 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 Lots of treachery. I guess I should have had a Justice deck that would have stopped some of this treachery. Snowy Hillside it is. Okay. So I have to discard cards from the encounter deck until an environment is discarded, put that card into play, and shuffle the encounter deck pile into the encounter deck. Will do. Alright, Forced Response. After resolving step 1 of the villain phase, place 1 delay counter here. When an environment enters play, discard each other environment card in play. So there can only be 1 environment in play, so that's good. And, oh, you know what? I should put this so you can actually see it, shouldn't I? Hey, look at that. I've been doing things here. So after resolving step 1 of the villain phase, place 1 delay counter here. When an environment enters play, discard each other environment card in play. So there can only be 1 environment card, and there's essentially a round counter kind of built into the scenario through this delay counter that we will use to affect some things later. The number of delay counters kind of affects a future mission, basically. However long Absorbing Man delays you here affects you, is basically what is happening. Blah, 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 blah. When an environment enters play, blah, blah. If this stage is completed, the players lose the game, so we don't want that to complete, that's for sure. And we have Snowy Hillside in play, which Absorbing Man gains the trait of each environment in play. So, Ice. Forced Response. After Absorbing Man makes an undefended attack against you, place 1 threat on the main scheme. 2 threat instead if there are 5 or more delay counters on the main scheme. So, basically, whenever he attacks us, if we don't defend, there's 1 threat going on the main scheme. So we're going to see how that adds up for us. Let's go ahead and get our starting hand of 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like I said, I have a bit more of a standard leadership deck, more at least to my liking, and we'll see how it works with Ant-Man. And Make the Call is the only one that made it. After you spend this card, heal 2 damage from your hero if you are in giant hero form, or draw 1 card if you're in tiny hero form. That's nice. Power Gloves. Attached to an ally. Do I have any allies? I have Ant-Man. We will switch. Who do we want to switch to? Do we want to switch? Maybe we don't. Gotta figure out what that first move is gonna be. Come on, make a choice. Alright, we gotta save this for later. We can't use that yet. Alright, we're gonna switch to giant form. Alright, we're gonna spend power gloves? No, we're gonna spend... No, yeah, we will spend power gloves to use giant strength as a support upgrade. After you change to giant form, you get +1 attack until the end of this turn. Okay, so that actually stays in play. That's an upgrade, not a thing. So that would have gone in before I switched. So that's helpful. And we're gonna spend reinforced suit, or do I want to spend Maria Hill? I'm already getting stuck. It's really early. It's really early to already be getting stuck on these decision-making points. I think I want to do Maria Hill. So we're gonna spend Ant-Man and make the reinforced suit to get Maria Hill out here. When she goes into play, I draw a card. It's another pin particle. We will do nothing with Maria Hill. She's just going to stay here for now. We will do... He gets +1 attack, so that's going to be 4 attack, bringing him from 14 health down to 10. And I have a hand size of 4, so I only get to draw 1 more card before ending the turn. Alright, let's get 1 threat in that main scheme. Then it's Absorbing Man's attack. He has 2 attack. We will take that attack, obviously. 2, 3 damage. 1, 2, 3, bring me down to 9 health. There was something I had to do, though, because of the environment. After Absorbing Man makes an attack, an undefended attack against you, place 1 threat in the main scheme. 2 threat if there are 5 or more delay tokens, which there aren't. Actually, I had to put a delay token out there right now. Okay. Then we have to do an event card, and it is Treachery, Icy Grip. When revealed, you are stunned. If the Absorber Man has the Ice trait, take 2 indirect damage. He does have the Ice trait. We are stunned. We have to take 2 damage, which is going to do 1 damage to Maria Hill and 1 damage to us. Okay. We're going to use Maria Hill. She's going to take 2 thwart against the main scheme, and that's going to defeat her. Then we're going to spend Make the Call, and we will use... Yeah, we'll do it. We're going to use Pin Particles. After you spend this resource, heal 2 damage from your hero if you're in giant form. And we're going to do that twice to get Maria Hill back, and we're going to heal 4 health, bringing me up to 12. Okay, I like how that worked. And then I get to draw a card because Maria Hill came back. That worked out very well. We will go ahead and attack just to remove the stunned status. And I'm going to use the Power of Leadership with Risk Gauntlets here to get this out, just in play. Just so I have a clear hand, I get 4 new cards. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. So far, so good. That went pretty smooth. I've had worse turns than that, honestly. Let's have 1 threat go on the main scheme. And that's going to add another delay token. Now he's going to attack. We're going to take that attack again. That's 2 attack. Oop, boost. Reveal this card. Attached to Absorbing Man. Spend a punch resource, shuffle this card into the encounter deck. Okay, so he gets this attachment basically. So that's 2 damage, bringing me down to 10 health. Okay, and we have to do an event card, right? Oh wait, place 1 threat in the main scheme because I did not defend. And then we have an event card, and it is Treachery, Swingstone. Do I have anything to do against Treachery? I don't think I do. No. Absorbing Man schemes. If Absorbing Man has the stone trait, he gets +1 scheme this activation. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm in hero form. Absorbing Man attacks you. If Absorbing Man has stone trait, he gets +1 attack. So his attack is going to be 3 plus the... we have to defend against that, so it's 3 plus the boost of... Oh my god, another... It's a new environment, so at least there's that. It just replaces this. After Absorbing Man makes an undefended attack against you, heal 1 damage from him. 2 damage instead of your blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, we defended, and he did no damage to us because of our defense. So that's the good news. It's our turn. We're going to use Maria Hill to get that 2 threat off the main scheme. I do like her for that. We will... How can I do this? I'm looking at my options. All right, we're going to spend these 2, which might be a bit of a mistake, but we're going to find out. We're going to use Rapid Response on Maria Hill. Then we're going to spend... We're not going to spend anything. We're going to switch to our small size. Still exhausted, of course. And we're going to end our turn there, drawing 5 cards. Well, drawing 4 cards. 2, 3, 4. All right, ready her up. We're going to get 1 threat in the main scheme and a delay counter. Oh, I was supposed to start with 2 threat there? If I was supposed to start with 2 threat there, then I'd have 3 right now. Okay, then Absorber Man's going to attack. He's got an attack of 2, 3. We're going to have Maria Hill defend us. Okay? And with Maria Hill defending us, she gets taken out. That's enough to... Oh, it's a boost. If there are 5 or more delay tokens, delay counter tokens take 1 indirect damage. There are not. So she gets taken out, but we discard Rapid Response, put the ally into play from your discard pile and heal 1 damage from it. Deal 1 damage to it. So once she comes back into play, though, we get to draw a card. Really like that combination. And then we have an event card to do. And it's Steel Kick. Take 3 indirect damage, 4 indirect damage if Absorber Man has the metal trait. He does not. So 3 indirect damage is going to take out Maria Hill again, unfortunately, and then do 2 damage to us, bringing us down to 8 health. Not great, but we have a larger hand than we did before, so that's good. Okay. We're going to spend Resize to change to your other hero form and then draw a card. There we go. Now when we change that form, deal 1 damage to an enemy, so it brings him down to 9 health. And I get to draw a card because of the card I played. Then we're going to spend 1, 2, 3 to do... We're going to use Giant Stomp and do 8 damage to him, bringing him down to 1 health. Very well. Okay. We're gonna spend first aid to use first aid and heal 2 damage, bringing me up to 10 health. And we got, since we just switched to Ant-Man, we have this giant strength. I mean, it's extra damage I don't really need right now is all. Guess we should just do it anyway, though. What do you think? What do we think? You know, I don't have to use it. I'm going to switch to... yes, I'm going to switch to Scott Lang. When I switch to him, I get to heal 1 damage, bringing me up to 11, and I get to draw my new hand of 6 cards. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So it's the new turn. We got 1 threat in the main scheme. We have to put a delay token out there. It's our last turn before that starts getting to be a real problem. Alright, now he's going to scheme, which is 1, 2, plus this boost icon, which is put this card into play. It's a new environment. So that's just 2. Oh, and it's Surge? No, it's not. No, we didn't play it. Okay. After Absorbing Mana makes an undefended attack against you, discard 1 resource icon from your hand. 2 resource icons instead if we're at 5 or blah, 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 blah. Still have an event card to do. It is Gang Up. The villain attacks over an alter ego. This card gains Surge, so we're going to do that. Discard an upgrade or support you control. If no cards were discarded, we're going to discard Tactical Scanner because I plan on using that in a future scenario, not this one. We will spend Power Gauntlets to get Army of Ants out here. Then we're going to spend Avengers Mansion to get the other Army of Ants out here. We're going to switch to Tiny Form, which allows us to move 1 threat from a scheme. We're going to use both Army of Ants, which are each going to do 1 damage. Well, we'll do 1 Army of Ants, bringing down Absorbing Man. 2. Round 2 of them. Stage 2 of them. Absorbing Man gains the trait of the environment in play. When revealed, if Super Absorbing Power is in play, deal 1 encounter card to each player. Otherwise, search the encounter deck and discard pile 4 Super Absorbing Power and reveal it. Shuffle the encounter deck if it was searched this way. So we have to look for Super Absorbing Man. Super Absorbing Power, sorry. Super Absorbing Power. I don't think I've seen that one yet, so it must be in here. Not sure what type of card it is. It sounds like, yes, it sounds like a scheme. Absorbing Man gains the Ice, Metal, Stone, and Wood trait. Reveal this card. Okay, so it's 3 per player. Threat on there. Okay, shuffled up. We will then, he's got 15 health. Okay. We're going to use the other Army of Ants to bring him down to 14 health. Oh, this is too much. That's supposed to be a 1. We will use Ant-Man here to do 2 thwart off of Super Absorbing Man. And then we'll draw up to our 5 cards because that's all we're doing this turn. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Ready everything up. I'm looking forward to next turn. It's looking pretty good. As long as I survive this, we'll be okay. Alright, 1 threat's going to go on the main scheme, as well as 1 boost token. Or 1 delay encounter, I mean. After Zorman makes an undefended attack against you, so we should defend against this. We're going to defend for 2, 3, 4 damage, but I have a defense of 2, so that brings me down just 2 to 9 health. Alright, and then we have an encounter card. So, Swinging Stone. Absorbing Man schemes. Sorry, not in Alter Ego mode. Absorbing Man attacks you. If Absorbing Man has the stone trait, he gets +1 attack for this activation. I can't defend, so that's going to be an attack of 2, 3, 4. 5 damage, bringing me down to 4 health. I was looking real good. And since that's an undefended attack, discard 1 resource icon from your hand, 2 resource icons instead if there are 5 or more delay counters on the track, which there are. We're going to spend Genius, unfortunately. That changes my entire turn. That's okay. Can't do anything about it, right? Well, we're in tiny form, so we're going to use Army of Ants twice, bringing down 2 health. Boop, boop. Then we're going to spend 1, 2, 3 to get Mockingbird out here. She stuns him just for showing up. Then we are going to do 1 thwart with her to get rid of this side scheme. That's no longer a thing. And I think we're going to switch back to... Yeah, we are. We're going to switch to Scott Lang. And then when I do that, I do get 1 health back, so that's good. Ready everything up. And we'll draw our 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that is 1 threat on the main scheme. I'm really hoping I don't scheme out here, but we're going to see what happens. And he goes to scheme, and the scheme is 2, 3 plus the boost card. If there are 5 or more delay tokens on the main scheme, take 1 indirect damage. Alright, it's going to bring me down to 4 health. And that's 2, 3. Going up here, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of 12 we're on. We still have 1 event card to do. Or was that what this was? No, that was that boost card. Okay, we have 1 event card. The villain schemes. Oh no. That's 2, 3. I think that's exactly what I need. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that will beat it. So we're going to shuffle up and just try again. Yeah, we failed that time. We failed pretty badly. There were a few moments I was close. I think I would have won on this turn or the next, but it just didn't happen this time. I'm just going to clean up real quick and try again. Really like it. I have a question about Ant-Man. I'm wondering if I'm overdoing the resource cards in my deck. I have to double check the rules about deck construction, because I didn't realize that the Pym Particles card was technically a resource card, and I was trying to figure out why I didn't have the double resource cards. And I think that might be why. Maybe I should check the rules real quick. So the rules on deck construction say... Because if that's the case, I can fix that real quick before this next attempt. A player's deck consists of a minimum of 40 cards, up to 50. Got that. Here's associated cards. Yep. I choose exactly 1 aspect. Yep. Okay, so I guess we will take that. We're going to go ahead and keep that then. Alright, we got everything shuffled up yet? No, not this. We still have to clean up the villain. We got the stun card here. We got to get back to stage 1 where we're at 14 health. Alright, I came pretty close. I think I could have done pretty good there. Wish there was a way to remove delay encounters, but I understand why it's not, because it's counting time, not like I'm using the time stone against it or anything. Alright, we're going to give it 1 more go. If this one doesn't work, then we'll just start with scenario 2 next time. And I'll work on my Ant-Man deck between now and then, because I just quickly threw together these other cards after seeing some holes in the pre-config deck that I wasn't a big fan of. Okay. Get that deck out here. We have to get them an environment. So that new environment's going to be... Come on, environments. Come on. Still no environment. How far down this deck do I have to go? Wow. Still. Oh, dense forest it is. More than halfway through the deck, but there it is. After Absorber Man attacks, makes an undefended attack against you, you take 1 indirect damage. So you take 1 extra damage, basically, just for not defending. Probably going to defend every time then, aren't we? I think that's the idea. Really, it reduces your hero actions if you can't have to defend each time. That's why I liked playing as Doctor Strange. I basically defended against him and then readied up right away whenever possible. Because of his cloak. Alright. We're going to get right into this. That's the environment in play. Does start with 2 threat on it. Which does encourage me to go to Tiny Ant-Man instead of Giant Ant-Man right away. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But it does kind of also depend on what my cards are here. Giant Man real early. Oh, Tactical Scanner is supposed to already be out. Then we get a card for that. Okay. We're going to switch to Ant-Man, which is going to remove 1 threat from the scheme. We're going to spend 2, 4, 5 to get Giant Man out here. Giant Man gets +2 attack while he has 3 or more remaining hit points. So he gets 1 more. He gets 1 really big attack. Then we're going to use Pim Particles, and since I am in tiny form, I get to draw a card, attach this to an ally. He gets +2 hit points. So he's going to be at that high hit point value for at least a few turns. So I get to draw a card for that. Okay, this is going very well so far. We're going to do 1 attack of Giant Man, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 attack, bringing him down to 10. Then we'll go ahead and we're just going to thwart to get rid of this. I could have attacked, but it's only 1 damage. What's the problem with getting rid of some damage there? Okay, so we get to draw up to 5 cards. 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1 threat's going on the main scheme as well as a delay counter. We will defend against this attack, which is 2 plus 3, 4, 5. I am glad I defended. So that's going to be 3 damage, bringing me down to, from 12 down to 9. Then we have an event card to do. It is Hydra Soldier. This minion is engaged with you. You cannot attack the villain. When defeated, deal the engaged player an encounter card. Very well. It's back to my turn. We are going to use Giant Man to go ahead and defeat Hydra Soldier. Thank you, Giant Man. And now he's down to 4 health, so he still has 1 more big attack like that. So you do get an event card for that. We're going to spend this to get Maria Hill out and draw a card. Gotta love that. Just looking at my options real quick. Ant-Man's helmet seems very useful, but a lot of these other cards are good too. But I think Ant-Man's helmet's the way to go, so that we keep switching forms, we'll get to heal damage, basically. So, we're going to go ahead, and before ending this turn, we're going to switch to Giant form. Still exhausted, but we do deal 1 damage for switching. And this says when I switch to giant form, I get to heal 2 damage, so bring me up from 9 back to 11 health. And we can ready everyone up again. We'll get ready for our next turn. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be 1 threat in the main scheme as well as another delay counter. Then he's going to attack. We're going to defend for 3. It's going to attack of 2 plus 3, 4. So that's going to be 1 damage to me. And then we have 2 event cards to do. This one here says it's a new minion. When this card is revealed, place 1 threat on the main scheme. Very well. And this one is Treachery. You are stunned. If Absorbman has the ice trait, take 2 indirect damage. He does not have the ice trait. Thankfully. Alright, it's my turn again. We will take 2 Thwart with Maria Hill there. Getting rid of that. He does not have guard, so we're going to use Giant Man this time. He's going to take 1 more damage, but he's going to do 4 attack damage to Absorbman, bringing him down to 5. Yikes. Power Gloves. Would be really helpful on Giant Man there. But he's only got, what, 3 more health left? That's still a lot. Army of Ants has been very useful so far. So is Giant Stomp. Maybe we should switch to Tiny Form and draw a card. But then I can't use Giant Stomp this turn if I do that. So I think, do we want to use Giant Stomp this turn? Let's see what allies are in my discard pile. Because I do have Make the Call to draw some out. I don't think any are in there though. Nope. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to save Giant Stomp, I think. Yeah, we're going to save Giant Stomp. We're going to switch to Tiny Form. Still stunned. Still exhausted, but that gets me to draw a card. We're going to spend Ronin to get Army of Ants out here. We're going to use that to do 1 damage to Hydra Regular. Then we're going to spend nothing else. We're going to stop there. We're going to, what's my hand size? 5, so we get to drop to 5 cards. 4, 5 it is. Okay, ready everything up. I might just stay stunned for a while because I don't see a time where I'm going to be able to remove that. Okay, 1 threat goes on the main scheme as well as a delay counter. Then he's going to attack. I think we're just going to have Maria Hill defend. She's going to defend for us. That's going to be 2 attack plus this. Sorry, it's 2 attack total plus the boost card. Nope, no scheme. No, no, I don't have over 5 yet, so this is gone. And then he attacks for 2, which we will just take. Bring me down to 8. Then we have to do an event card. It is Caught Off Guard. Discard an upgrade or support. We're going to discard this upgrade. And then it's back to our turn. We'll start by using Army of Ants, bringing him down to 4 health. No, we're not. We're going to use Army of Ants to get rid of Hydra Regular. What am I talking about? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I was supposed to move one threat when I switched to tiny to, okay, that's okay. That's okay. We will start our turn by switching to Giant Man, which allows us to heal 2 damage, bring you up to 10 health. Then we're going to spend these 3 to do Giant Stomp, deal 1 damage to each minion, 8 damage to the enemy. That's going to take him down. Okay, so that's taken care of, and now we have to get out that scheme again, which was Super Absorbing Power, which I don't think we've seen yet. Nope. So let's get Super Absorbing Power out here. The mighty Charmin Ultra Super Absorbing Power scheme. Zoroman gains the Ice, Metal, and Wood traits when I reveal this card. So he gets 3 threat on there to start with. Okay. Then we're going to attack with Ant-Man just to get rid of the stun card. And we are going to thwart with Giant Man to get rid of 2 thwart here, taking 1 more damage. Alright, and he's at 15 health. Alright, we're getting there. We're pretty close. This could be worse, honestly. Let's go ahead and ready everything up. I hope I get another reinforced suit. That would really help with Giant Man. 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1 threat's going on the main scheme along with a delay encounter. Then they're going to attack. We will defend this time. So that's an attack of 2 plus this, which is a new environment that we're about to put in play. So it's just 2, which does no damage to us because of the way we defended. And then you have Treachery. When revealed, discard 1 card at random from your hand if Absorbman has the Wood trait. Discard 1 card you control. I have to discard a random card from my hand, and then I have to discard a card I control. That's a tough call. Didn't want to get rid of Resize. I did definitely want to keep that. If I get rid of Reinforced Suit, we'll lose Giant Man. If I get rid of Ant-Man's helmet, we'll lose a lot of our abilities. It's a tough call. I think you have to get rid of this, losing Giant Man. It's unfortunate, but I think that's the way it is. Alright, we're going to start our turn by playing Make the Call, and the power of leadership here to get Maria Hill out. Allowing us to draw a card. We will switch to Tiny Form, allowing us to draw another card. And that's going to remove 1 threat from a scheme. We'll make it that one. We were going to do 2 thwart with Maria Hill, clearing that off. And then we're going to spend Avengers Mansion to use First Aid so that we can heal 2 damage from ourselves, bringing ourselves up to our full 12 health. It's not the greatest turn. We just kind of fix some things. Oh, we can use Army of Ants to bring him down to 14 at least. It's not, like I said, the greatest turn, but we did make it so that we are at our full health. We have Maria Hill out, and we're not stunned or anything, so that's a good sign. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, 1 threat goes on the main scheme, as well as a delay counter, which is now past 5. So there's 3, 4, 5. All right, so then he's going to attack, which we will probably just use Maria Hill to defend against, honestly. Just looking at my stuff here, and yeah, we're just going to use Maria Hill to defend. So that's an attack of 2 plus this boost. It's another new environment. But that is enough to take out Maria Hill. Then we have to do an event card, and it is the villain attacks you. So it's 2. Heal 1 damage from him, 2 damage if it's... We're just not going to defend. It's 2 plus 3, so that's going to be 3 damage, and he heals 1. So we were at our full 12, so that brings us down to 9, and he heals his 1 up to 15. Can't go below his max of 15, so that's why I felt it was worth the risk. Okay. We're going to switch to giant form. But before we do that, we're going to use Army of Ants to bring him down 1 health. We're going to switch to giant form, which is going to do 1 more damage to him. Also triggers Ant-Man's helmet to heal 2 damage from himself. So now he's at 11 health. We're going to spend Resize, change to your other hero form, and draw a card. So we're going to change there, draw a card, and when you change to tiny form, draw a card. So I just did that to just draw as many cards as possible. All right, 2, 3, and 4. We'll get Nick Fury out here. We will use him to draw 3 cards. We're going to spend 1, 2, 3 to get Mockingbird out here, which will then stun Absorbing Man. And then we're just going to go crazy here, I think. We're going to do 1, 2, 3 attack. Bring him down to 10 health, and then do I want to bring that scheme down? Oh. Might as well just bring the thwart down, the scheme down, since we have the 2 thwart as tiny Ant-Man. And we'll ready everyone up. Draw up to our hand size of 5. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1 threat goes on the main scheme as well as a token. He goes to attack and he loses his stun token instead. Then we have our event card, and it is Avalanche. Each player must choose to either spend a energy resource or take 2 indirect damage, 3 indirect damage instead if it's blah 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 blah. I guess we'll take the 3 indirect damage, because that'll be 1 to Nick Fury, 1 to her, and then 1 to me. And that adds a boost icon up here and has 2 threat of its own. All right, and it's our turn again. We will use Army of Ants to do 1 damage here, bring them down to 9 health. We're going to spend Power Glove to get Army of Ants out here, and we're going to use that to do a 2nd damage to him, bring him down to 8 health. Then we'll spend Reinforced Suit to get another Army of Ants out here, bring him down again to 7 health. We will switch to Giant Form. From Giant Form, he gets automatically 1 damage. And we get to heal 2, bring us up to our full health of 12. Now I could do 3 attack and basically end it next turn. Or I could... How do I want to do this? I think we're going to spend thwart here. No, there's no point in that. I could just end it. What am I talking about? There's no point in going for a high score. We just need to win. What can I do to guarantee that? Hawkeye's not going to help me right now. I think we're going to defend with Mockingbird, and we're going to attack with Ant-Man here, doing 3 damage, bringing him down to 3 health. We'll draw up to our 4-hand size, which is exactly the end of our deck, so we saw our entire deck. That's good. Ready everything up. It's a lot of Army of Ants. That's nice. Okay, and it's now their turn. We're going to defend with Mockingbird when the time comes. 1, actually going to go up 2, and there we go. He's going to attack. Mockingbird defends as attack of 2, 3, 4. If Absorbman has the ice or metal trait, give him a tough status card. He does not have that, so instead Mockingbird is defeated. Then we have one more event card. It's Absorbman attacks you. Absorbman has the stone trait, which he does. He gets +1 attack, so that's going to be 2. We will defend against this. That's me attack of 2, 3, plus the boost of 4. Brings me down 1 health. And now it's my turn. We're going to switch to Tiny Form, which will allow us to move 1 threat from a scheme. We'll remove it from this side scheme here. Then we're just going to use all 3 Army of Ants, and that's 1, 2, 3, and that's the end of him. There's other stuff I could have done here. That's obvious, but you know what? We did pretty good. We did 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 turns, so that's okay. Let's go ahead and take care of our little sheet here. Gotta get my book ready. Scenario 2. Each player searches their deck and blah, blah, blah. Victory. Record the number of delay counters on the main deck scheme in the campaign log. So number of delay counters is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Very well. And anything else? Each player may choose one of the basic condition upgrades. So let's go ahead and look at those condition upgrades real quick. Pull open my box here. And the condition upgrades are back here. These are tech condition. Okay, so these are the ones we're looking at. +2 hit points. I haven't had much of a health issue, so that's probably not going to help too much. And +1 thwart. Your alter ego gets +1 recovery, +3 hit points, and +1 defense. That might be helpful. And +1 hit point and +1 attack. +1 attack, I think, is the way I want to go. But defense is very tempting. The reason I want to go attack is just whether I'm Ant-Man or Giant Man, it'll apply. But, the thwart is nice too. That's pretty much a guaranteed thwart of 3 when I'm Tiny Ant-Man, and that's nice. This is all good. I don't need the recovery one, so that one's out. It's basically defense, attack, or thwart, and I think I'm going to go with attack. I think I'm going to go super aggressive Ant-Man for these next couple rounds. So we're going to go with basic attack upgrade. Throw that back in the box here, and we'll go over to, where are we? Basic attack upgrade. Very good. I think that's everything. Yeah, that's it. That is it. So that is scenario 1 and scenario 2 of the 5 scenario long Rise of Red Skull. Thank you for checking it out. I know a lot of you have already played this, and you're maybe watching just to see how I attempt it or see how Ant-Man does in it, so I thank you for that. But more than even watching or checking it out or even thinking about it, thank you for joining the Patreon. This video right now is exclusively for all of you, so enjoy it while you can. Once the campaign is over, I'll give it 2 weeks or so before making them public on YouTube for anyone to watch. So if you're watching this on YouTube, this is old news. welcome to old news. You can watch this sooner by joining the Patreon. There will be a link below for that. So thank you again, all of you. Really, it means a lot to me. And you all have a good night. I'll see you soon.